Hello everybody. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, White Iris Intuitive. I'm White Iris, of course, and this is a Halloween bonus edition. There's been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of dreams, a lot of sleepless nights. I'm sure a lot of you in the collective have been feeling the same exact way. I have a lot of channeled messages, and even before I started, I got another message. I'm already hot. It's not my hair. I kid you not, it's not my hair. So I get a message from the Board of Education, but from my old township, which I've already moved from there months ago. And they're talking about what's going on, and don't, you shouldn't give these people your vote because they did this, and that. And at the same time, my glasses felt like they were really filthy, but I had just cleaned them. So I took them off to clean them off. I told them, stop texting me. I don't live there anymore. But it's a message of don't get distracted. And I've been getting that message over and over and over again in my channeling, in my dreams, when I meditate, things like that. Do not get distracted. You're going to hear blah, 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 blah from this person, blah, 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 blah from that person, this opponent, that opponent, the left, the right, whatever. Don't get distracted. It's all the same bullshit. For all of you that are saying, where I want to vote, but I can't vote for anyone, there's no one I want to vote for. Hey, there are more than 2 candidates on the ballot for presidency. And I'm putting it out there. What if everyone voted for the other guy? Imagine what would happen. That's all I'm saying. Just putting it out there. Just letting you know they're not the only 2 people out there. If you feel like between a rock and a hard place and you're not sure, like, what should I do? Vote for the other guy. What's the worst that could happen? It can't be any worse than the other 2. Just saying, okay? So let me get right into it with my channeled messages. All my other, messages will be at the end for the readings, and everything else. We'll wait for the end for that. But I have 4 or 5 pages, so this is going to be a long reading. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm going to do the channeled messages first, then we'll go into the cards and see what is in store for us for this week, first couple of days into November. All right? So let's get into it, people. Nice deep breath, because I have a lot to tell you. All right, so first, am I on the right page? Because let me make sure I'm on the right. Yes, I'm on the right page. So the first thing I got was go within. The answers are inside of you. We're always looking for the answer outside of us. We're always looking for, the aliens are going to come and save us. The government's going to come and save us. Jesus' second coming, they're going to come and save us. That's not how it's going to happen, people. A third party, someone else, they're not going to come and save you. They're not going. If you're waiting for that, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. And with people who are believing in the second coming of Jesus, we're the second coming of Jesus. We are in that collective, in that mind frame of Jesus Christ at this time. So what we are doing, and when we're doing the work, what we are doing is that we're getting into that higher vibration and into that higher light that Jesus lived in. So stop thinking that someone outside of you is going to save you, because it's not going to happen. You're going to be waiting forever. Just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. The messenger is not important. What's important is the message. That's what they keep telling me. All right. So your ancestors are blessing you with courage for you to awaken. Your power. You have to master your power and your destiny. And they are showering you with abundance. This was one of my cards that I pulled for my pick a card on Instagram as well. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you should, and vice versa. It's time to reflect and understand what matters most. Again, which is the same message of don't get distracted by what's going on. You need to reflect on what matters most to you individually as a person. Remember, you have to be the change that you want to see. Do not expect anyone to change for you. Do not expect the world to change for you. You change, and when you change, the world around you will change. I hope you understand that. If not, go to Bashar. Bashar can help you out. Now, while doing my Instagram also, one of the days, I was pulling cards and I found one of my cards from the Christ Consciousness deck in one of the other Oracle decks, which was weird. So it was Jesus and Mary Magdalene together. And it was just letting us know that we have a shared vision. We have what we're doing as a collective. I don't know if any of you meditate or not, but when I meditate, when I'm in deep meditation, I can see all of the other people around the world meditating at the same time. We form a grid around the planet. And what we're doing is a shared mission, a shared meditation to bring this world into a higher vibration, whether it's one person at a time. The planet is going to go with us or without us. She loves us, but if we don't come with her, it's okay. She's not going to miss us. And then we have to get past all of the crap that is going on. Again, for a third time, we need to get past all the crap that's going on and to keep the faith. So that's the same exact message 3 times, 3 different ways. Another thing that I got a couple of days ago was Here Comes the Sun. I have gotten that song before, but they keep repeating it to me. And the simple fact that they don't want us to be sweating the small stuff, to be distracted, to be listening to all the nonsense that's going on. They want us to keep the faith. They want us to understand, yes, here comes the sun. Things are going to get better and better. And now that I say that, I hear things are going to get better. And I can't remember who that artist was. Let me get my phone. Let's see. They always, I'll write things down, but then more channeled messages come in, and then I have to look at that too. But that, I have this other song that also came through, and I'm going to be babbling and going back and forth. So just stay with me, people. The Sign by Ace of Base. Now, if you're as old as I am, you know The Sign from Ace of Base. That was the shit back in my day. And I never really paid 100% attention to the lyrics of the song until I started hearing it in my head. And it was more the music than anything else. And I'm like, I know this song, and I had to look it up. So the song, which I was surprised, is about getting a new life. I got a new life. You would hardly recognize me. I'm so glad. How can a person like me care for you? Why do I bother when you're not the one for me? And then it says, ooh, is enough. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's going to drag you up to get you into the light where you belong. But where do you belong? So this was, to me, looking at this, I was like, oh my God, this is like you're going through a dark night of the soul. You're realizing all of a sudden, what am I doing here? What nonsense? Why am I with this person? Why am I listening to that? Why am I doing this? I'm seeing the signs. I need to get out of this. I need to pull myself out into the light, out of the darkness. Because if I don't do it, no one else is going to do it. And I just thought that was apropos because I'm like, you can't make this stuff up. And this is what my team has been going over and over and over with us. So the other song, and now I forgot what the other song was that I was thinking of. It'll come back to me. I should have looked it up, but this one, the lyrics were right there from before when I was looking at it. So, and that happens when you channel. It'll go away, but it'll come back again if it's really important. Now, another thing that they let me know is that when you are moving up into the higher vibrations, when you're doing the dark night of the soul, the inner child work, all of the things that you need to do, healing your trauma. You're also healing past life traumas. You're also healing traumas from your ancestral line. And you will reconcile your male and female aspects of yourself. Remember, all of us are a yin and yang. All of us have male and female, regardless of our outer exterior. So we have to when we do our work, everything will come together. Like the puzzle pieces will get together and our yin and our yang will be equal. There are a lot of women that are in that masculine divinity because of the simple fact that they've always had to fend for themselves. They've always had to do everything for themselves. And that heart chakra and everything else shuts down. and vice versa. There are men that are in their feminine as well, where, you know, they want to be taken care of. They want to be, you know, at the female aspect of everything else. So we will be able to get ourselves back into balance, for lack of a better word. Okay, and throat chakra. So a lot of you need to take care of your throat chakra. You need to make sure that you're speaking your truth and you're saying the truth. There's no need for you to sugarcoat things. There's no need for you to tell someone, oh yeah, you look good, when you know she shouldn't be leaving the house, or he shouldn't be leaving the house wearing that. Tell the truth, because that's much better than having them go out and someone making fun of them. I mean, that's a 3D concept, and I know a lot of my viewers are still in that energy, and that's okay. You're working through it. But to me, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to let you go out there and have anybody make fun of you. I'm not going to let you go out there and look like a crazy person. So I am going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to help you out. I'm not going to be mean about it, but I'm going to tell you the truth. And sometimes when you tell someone the truth, they don't always accept it. Okay. And that's okay. That's where they are at that time. And I'm not going to fault them for that. Now, I also got that someone is in denial. So if you guys are working through your stuff and you're doing your inner child work, your trauma work, your dark night of soul, whatever you want to call it, your tower moment, there are people around you that are in denial. And I'm going to let you know, again, this is not from me. This is from Cancer Baby Tarot. Don't be Captain Save-A-Ho. Not everyone is coming with you, and it's not your job to have everyone come with you. And that was a dream that I had over a couple of days. And it wasn't on every single day. They were like, I would have that same dream today, but then I wouldn't have it again for a couple of weeks or a couple of days. And I had to save a little girl. And it's like, oh, you got to save the little girl. You have to save the little girl. And I'm like, well, how do I save the little girl? And da-da-da-da. And I'm having anxiety because I can't save the little girl. And what is going on? And then finally, the night before last, I said, well, wait a minute. How is it my job to save the girl? This isn't even my reality. This isn't even my dimension. Don't you have people here that can save her? Why is it my job to save her? I said, it is not my job to save her. And my team finally said, now you got it. And I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean I got it? Like, it's not your job to save everybody. And I was like, I thought I knew that, but I obviously needed more to learn to understand that I really don't need to save everybody. It's not my job. Now, is it my job to get the information out there, to speak my truth, to speak the truth for the collective? Absolutely. Whether or not the collective is going to do the work is not up to me, and I can't stress over it. And that's basically what they meant to say. And also, then last night, I was looking through, I was like, I'm going to see, what am I going to watch on TV tonight before I go to bed? I wanted to watch something lighthearted and fun. And I walk away from the TV set and I come back and my TV is showing a movie that I didn't click on, that I wasn't on. It didn't, like, it was nowhere in my viewing, what was it, on Tubi? It wasn't on my viewing thing. And it was The Girl Who Believed in Miracles. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, I suggest that you watch it because it's kind of like the same thing. It's a child who believes in miracles. She does all of these miracles and cures people. The more she cures people, the sicker she gets. And she, spoiler alert, dies at the end. And everybody's thinking, well, we have to save her. We have to save her. What do we do to save her? But it wasn't their job to save her. She kept saying, I don't heal people. Jesus heals people. So what is she saying? It is not your job to save me. Jesus will save me. And that's what, to me, the moral of the story was. And it was more of a, what's the word? Like an affirmation on top of the other affirmation from the night before that it is not my job to make sure everyone gets saved. It is only my job to get the information out there. I can give you the information. I can send you as much healing as possible, but whether or not you accept it and whether or not you do the work is completely and totally up to you. It is not up to me. So they just wanted to make sure that anxiety was not touching me at all. Thank you very much for that, team. Now, another thing that was coming on, that they were trying to hit on, was to have gratitude every day. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Now, I know a lot of people are in lack mentality, fear-based mentality. They're in the victimhood mentality of, you don't know what this person did to me, and you don't understand, and you don't. Well, that person that did that to you is living rent-free in your head. And if that's how you want it, God bless. I can't do anything to change that. Only you can change that. But for those of you that are trying to move it up, are trying to move on, are trying to do the work, and not trying, are doing the work, you will get there. All right? You need to make sure that you're using the tools that you need. The tools that you do should be something that you do on a daily basis. This isn't something that you do maybe today, maybe tomorrow. No. Whether it's a 5-minute meditation and you do it in the morning, do it in the morning at the same time every day. They want you to have consistency. They want this to be something that is as easy as brushing your teeth in the morning or taking a shower. They want to make sure that you are working on healing, you're working on your spirituality every single day. Okay? And our journeys are important. Remember, we have a shared journey. That came up 3 times as well. We have, as a collective, a shared journey, a shared mission. Look, the way this works is that if you're part of the shared mission and you say no, there'll be another person to take your place. So don't feel bad if you're like, yeah, no, I'm good. Or you stay in that mindset that you're in and you don't move up. That's perfectly okay. No one's going to fault you for it. No one's going to be upset about it. Just the next person will come and take your place. Now, of course, twin flame, divine timing. I kept getting the autumn and spring card over and over and over again. So something may be happening with twin flames and divine timing between autumn and spring of next year of 2025. When exactly, I don't know. Whether or not they're going to give me more information on that, I don't know. And I'm not going to press it. I don't look for the outcome. To me, it's like, okay, you give me the information, I hand it out. It is what it is. Okay. I'm telling you, this is a lot of pages. Now, another thing that I was seeing, and this was a lot of dreams that I've been getting, is chaos. I've been seeing a lot of chaos, especially in the months of November and December after the election. And mind you, it doesn't matter who wins. If it's going to be the D or the R, and that's it, it doesn't matter which one of the two candidates win. There are going to be people that are going to be pissed off, and things will happen. Now, whether or not you're going to experience this 3D line of the 3D, not line, 3D time frame is up to you. I'm not going to experience a 3D time frame. I haven't been for a very long time. And I know there's people that are going to say, oh, but we live in 3D. Da, 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 da. I don't watch the news. I don't go around gossiping. I don't go around talking about people. I don't do any of that. That's all 3D. I stay in the 5D. I stay in my gratitude. I stay in my happiness. Every single day, I say thank you. I mean, when I walk my dog, if someone stops with their dog and lets them meet, I say thank you so much for stopping. Not everyone does that. And I have gratitude for that. And I always send that person love and light. Always. Because you never know what they're going through. And my dog is very, very, how would I say? He has this thing where he knows when somebody needs like a hug. And he'll see a person and he'll stop and sit and wait for that person to come up. Or if that person's sitting, he'll go over to that person and give hugs and kisses. And I always let him know that was a great job. And because you never know what's going on. You never know what that person is going through. Having an animal that can sense these things is really great. But when you sense these things yourself, it's a whole new ball game. Because then you stop cursing people out when they cut you off. You stop cursing this person out because they bumped into you in line. And you stop because the person cut you here. Because this person, you stop doing that. I'm telling you, you stop. To me, you cut me off. Well, I hope you get home safe. I hope that whatever the emergency is that's going on, by the time you get home, it gets resolved. And team, just let his team know, hey, make sure that he's safe or she's safe and she gets home in one piece. That's what I say. That's what you should be doing. Because remember, all of that cursing and all of those things, and I hope this happens to you, that only comes back to you. That's karma. So if you want to live in karma in 3D, that's totally up to you. I'm only here to give you the message. I am only the messenger. And again, like I said, el mensajero no es importante. So the messenger is not what's important. It's the message that we are conveying to you. All right, so... And like I said, there are other candidates. Step out of the matrix. I mean, what if everyone voted for the other guy? Oh my God. Let's see. All right, I went over all of this. Yeah, so those of us that stay out of that 3D timeline, that aren't looking at the duality, aren't looking at the negativity, aren't looking at all of those things and everything that's going on, we're going to be fine. You're not going to experience any of that. People are going to be telling you, oh my God, this is happening. And you're like, really? I'm fine. I went to the supermarket this morning. Everything was great. Oh, wow. Really? I went to my bakery this morning and I got my stuff and everything was fine. I don't know what you're doing, and you could live a block away from me. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what's up with you, but I haven't experienced any of those things at this point in my timeline. And I'm not going to apologize for that either. Let's see. Okay. So another song that they had me, that's been playing over and over in my head is In Dreams by Jagad, and I hope I'm saying her name right. Jagadesh. Jagadesh. Jagdeesh. And it's a beautiful song. Let me see if I can pull up the lyrics just so I can give you some of the lyrics. Oh my God, it's so hot. This is I'm channeling, so yes, it's hot. It's not my hair. I have a lot of hair, but it's not my hair. My AC is on. Hold on. So the song is In Dreams, and this is some of the lyrics. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Okay, so that repeats it. And then it's, beloved child, my heart is yours. Beloved child, go out and open doors. With your love, with your faith, with your compassion, with your grace. Oh, with your grace. I mean, I can sing it a little bit. My voice is a little off, but if you guys bear with me. And the way the lyrics go, it's, let's see. Beloved child, my heart is yours. Beloved child, go out and open doors with your love. With your faith, with your compassion, with your grace. So that's kind of how it sounds. It's a beautiful song. Look it up on Spotify, Apple, whatever music you have. And I will listen to this later to see how bad I sound. I used to sing my entire time, high school and everything, and then I stopped, so my voice is not where it needs to be. So if you did listen to me singing and it wasn't that great, I apologize. If it was good, thank you. All right. Oh my gosh, I should have left my hair up in a ponytail. I didn't think that the messages and the channeling was gonna be this much. All right, so let me put my book away. And I'll put it down here. And because it is Halloween, I am going to work with Earth Bone Oracle. And this is by Syrian Shadow. And this was given to me by one of my girlfriends at my old job before I left. And I love these cards. And because of it's Halloween, like it's kind of like a Halloween theme to me. I don't know. That probably wasn't what he was looking to do or she was looking to do, but I just love it. So let's see what these cards tell us for today. Woo! Now I have the song in my head going over and over and over again. Go out and open doors with your faith. All right. So we have conflict and competition oppressors. And this is something that from the beginning of our reading, if you're going to pay attention to all of the conflict that's going on and everything else that's going on around you, how are you going to break out of the matrix? How are you going to have inner clarity and strength? And the warrior card is inner clarity and inner strength. We need to do the work that we're here to do. We need to do the work for us. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't think that you're worth it, no one else is going to believe that you're worth it. So we have to believe that we're worth it, that we have the strength in ourselves to do what we need to do for us. And we have ancestry, legacy, and tradition, which is the roots. And you'll see he's in the roots. And our ancestry and our traditions are intertwined with everything that we do. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having traditions in your family, having a legacy, whatever it is. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we're working with our inner child, that we're working to get rid of the trauma, because that ancestral trauma has been with us for a long time. And when we do the work to break the ancestral trauma, we break it for the entire line. So think about that. Not only going backwards, but going forwards as well. Oh my gosh. So this card was facing up. Inner spirituality, growth, accountability, and healing. So I'm very happy to see that card and to see, oh wow, okay, so this one was also flipped over. Balance, priorities, and adapt to change. Are there any other cards that are facing the wrong way? No, but that one jumped out. I'll look at that one in a minute, but I'm going to pick it up. So, spiritual growth. When we are in our spiritual growth, we do have to take accountability for everything that we have done, everything that we have experienced, whether it's things that have been done to us or things that we've done to other people. And there have been times when something will pop into my head and I'm like, oh, I forgot all about that. Now, I can't apologize to that person because I'll never ever see that person ever again. But when I meditate, I link to that person and I say, I'm so sorry that I ever did that to you. I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. I'm sorry that I did that. I was not in the right frame of mind. I was not my true self. And I'm not looking for forgiveness. I just want to apologize. And I send that person love and light. And then before I finish meditating, I make sure that I cut that tie, that I make sure that person is no longer tied to me energetically at all. And I send them off in love and light. And I hope that they have a beautiful life. And if that person maybe passed away, because they'll let me know, like they already passed away, I'll still let them know. Like once they pass away, they're like, dude, like we're here to experience what we're here to experience. It's like you don't even have to, but I have to do it for myself so that I make sure that I do the work that I need to do to move myself along. And then, of course, balancing the decisions, priorities, adapt to change. To me, the most important thing here is adapting to change. The only thing constant in life is change. That's it. When I was born, there were no personal computers, there were no personal phones, there were no gaming consoles, nothing. The most you would be able to do is you would go to a pizza shop and then play on the jukebox, or you would play one of the games that were there. Okay? as I was growing up, then we had things like Mortal Kombat, and we had Pac-Man, but it was always, you went to the pizza shop, or you went to the arcade shop, to the arcade store, or you went somewhere else to get these things. You know, when I was born, we had the rotary phones that if you forgot a number or you dialed the wrong number, now you got to hang up and start all over again, and you got to put every single number in. Not fun. And as I've grown up and I've gotten older, I've gone from a rotary phone to now I have a pocket phone, a pocket computer, basically, because that's what an iPhone is, a pocket computer. We went from no computers, well, no computers for us, because obviously there were computers like at NASA and places like that, to now we have computers. From the regular gas guzzling cars to now we also have electric cars. We have hybrids. Someone invented a water car as well. There's a lot of different things going on. So for people to say that they don't like change, you're lying, because your entire life there has been change going on. There is no one that's alive today that wasn't born where something, they didn't have something. Well, especially for my generation, I think the newer kids, not so much. They've gone from, you know, a PS5 to a PS6 to a PS7 or whatever the numbers are now. So that's change for them. But imagine they can't understand. Well, when I was a kid, there was no such thing as laptops or computers. So you had to write everything? Yeah. And there was no such thing as Google. So I had to go to the library and do research. Oh my gosh. I actually had to use my brain to write a paper. Like, these are the things that people that are in their 20s, things like that, will never have a concept about, will not understand. You guys have everything at your fingertips. And there are times when I tell my kids, like, they'll ask me a question. I'm like, why are you asking me that? Like, I'm just going to Google it. Like, Google it. Like, you have a phone in your hand. Like, look it up. I know, I digress. I went on a rant. But basically, adapt to change. If you don't like change, that's too bad, because there have been changes throughout your life from the day you were born until today. There's nothing but changes all the time. Ooh. Oh wow. So on here we have, again, I apologize. Thank you. Opportunity, prosperity, and new ventures. So you have movement, quick progress, and decisions that you need to make. Now, for whoever this is, this could be something specific. If you are looking to go on a new venture out, have your own business, do your own thing like what I'm doing, now's the time to do it. You will have quick progress. There will be quick success. You will have abundance. And again, quick doesn't mean tomorrow I'm going to wake up with 1 million followers. No. But it will be a lot quicker than I think it's going to be. Okay? So just have faith that things will work out. Ooh. And you know, I forgot to pick up this card. Wow. Prudence, clear-mindedness, self-assurance, and integrity. Whatever it is that you're going to be working on, make sure that you have that confidence, that you're self-assured, and you have integrity on what you're doing. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay? It's one thing that I don't like is people who will say one thing and then go ahead and do something completely and totally different. Shadow, wholeness, integration. So, and it's great. Look, let me just show you the card. You see how there's a child there? So that's your inner child, and that's your dark self right there. Dark night of the soul. So integrate your inner child, your tower moment. Integrate everything into who you are. Do not be afraid of it, and understand that you have to work through these things. When you break the traumas in your life, you break the trauma for your entire ancestral lineage, going backwards and going forwards. Let's get one more card from this deck here, please. One more card, guys. Hope, inspiration, and rejuvenation, faith. So how many times have we brought up faith? A lot. And now the cards are also bringing up faith. Have faith in that your team is here and that you are divinely loved, divinely protected. Have faith that what you are thinking of and what you're dreaming of, those things are going to come true. And now remember, when you're manifesting, you manifest what you want, not what you don't want. Because if you're saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, that's exactly what the universe is going to send you, because the universe only says yes. Therefore, when you manifest, you need to manifest in a positive light. Oh my Jesus. Is there anything you guys have to say before I pull the next deck of cards? Oh, it is hot. Let's see. Believe that you are the one and believe that you are important. This is not you being, conceited or thinking that you're better than other people. Everyone has to believe this. Everyone has to believe I am the one and I am worth everything that I'm looking for. It is our divine right. You are passion, you are love, you are grace, you are light. And we are here to help you through it. So your team is here. Ask them, give them a job to do. Let's see. Yes. No, not these cards. They want me to use this deck, and I hardly use this one because it's a lot, and they're round, they're very cute, but a lot of times I have to look at the book because it's just like confusing. So I'm going to go ahead. They're telling me, don't worry about it. We're going to tell you exactly what's going on and what the cards mean. You don't have to look at the book. And that's usually how I read my cards. It's intuitive. It's the feeling. It's what my ancestors, my team, what they're telling me at that moment. Now, why are we pulling this deck? There's people that need to hear this, they're saying. Now, are the cards going to fall out, or do I need to pick them out? They're saying, look at the bottom. Celestial spirit, have a leap of faith. And the person is basically jumping off of jumped off of that cliff right there. So again, with faith, have a leap of faith. Air and earth, shared breath. Again, with shared. We have a shared mission. But also, when you look at this, and I see this, I see the air dragon. So this can be that you have the air dragon with you as well, and the dragons are helping you to get to where you need to go. He's just a little hard to, and it's a beautiful symbol as well. If you're seeing that symbol, and you're seeing and you're feeling, the air, the breath, and all that. They're probably just trying to let you know, hey, I'm here. I'm here for you. What do you need? What do you need done? What do you need help with? Ask for help from your team. Let's see. Shadow of Celestial, us and them. Oh, 2 cards. Earth of Celestial, Radical Potential. So this is basically matching up with the other cards. Radical Potential. We have the potential to do the things that we need to do. Are you going to do it? And if you look at the card, it's a star. If you see it there, the 6 points. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's 2 eyes in the middle, almost like an owl, the wise owl, giving us information and telling us what we need to do. And then this one is us and them, the two swords. So us and them again. Are you in the 3D timeline where you're going to be in duality and, you know, you're going to be worried about what happens, what will happen, what's going to happen, and what if this person wins, and what if that person wins, and where are you? Are you with the collective, us, or are you on that timeline, them? It's up to you. It's always up to you. And probably the person that wrote this, Gabrielle Murray, they're probably looking at me and they're like, that's not what it's supposed to mean. But I'm going through my interpretation with my guides and my ancestors, and they're telling me this is what we need you to say when you get that card. That's what's going on. And of course my nose is running and I'm sweating and they are really here. I think this is the first reading I've had where I'm a little bit all over the place. And I think it's because of all the information that they've been giving me. And it's just been a little overwhelming, to say the least. Let's see. Transceptive resonance. Change. Unique frequencies. This is a pattern right here. And presence of absence. So what are we doing? Transceptive resonance. Are we resonating? And this is like a water card. Are we resonating with what we want? Are you resonating with what you want, not with what you don't want? Are you resonating with that person that you say you want in your life? Think about it. And state of change. Again, the butterflies. There's a metamorphosis. We are here to be a change, to be the change that we want to see. We are here to transcend, to resonate at a higher vibration. We are here to have a unique frequency. We are here to help the planet and help other people and individuals to raise their vibrations up and to understand that we have to be the change that we want to see. Now, is that what you're doing, or are you going to stay in the 3D? Again, I have no hate for you for that. Love you immensely, but they will just send someone else to take your place. That's how it works. There any more cards from this deck? Any more cards from this deck, please? And these cards are really beautiful. They're telling me they want me to use them more often now. Any more cards from this deck, guys? Oh, one more. And they're saying this is the last one. Snuff out. Shadows. So, snuff out. Again, are we doing the work? Are you just going and... I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to try to get to 5D. It's not going to happen. You have to work with the traumas of your inner child. You have to work with your tower moment, with your darker self, whatever you want to call it. We have to do the work in order to move up to and onto the new vibration, the new resonance that we're going to be at. And again, if you're not willing to do the work, if you are looking at me and you're like, this lady's crazy, it's okay. I release you with love and light. I hope that you have a wonderful, beautiful, fulfilling life, but someone else will take your place. That's always how it has always been. Someone else will take your place. The universe sends out information. They send out ideas, and it goes out to hundreds, maybe thousands of people, but only one person might take that idea and run with it. All right, let's see here. Should I use this deck? No. So they want me to use the Spiral Oracle deck. And this one's a little harder to move around. Again, bear with me. And they're very big, and my fingers are very tiny. You can't even see my thumb here. Oh, thank you, team. Okay, so we have Own Your Voice. Thank you for that. That's also a message for me to own my voice. And of course, the chakra, the throat chakra. Are you being authentic? Are you telling the truth? Are you able to speak your truth? Because if you're not, get the work done. And you can just meditate. You meditate on that throat chakra. You meditate. You make sure that it is open. You make sure that it is going around in a circle clockwise. All right. And you make sure that it's going quickly and it's working very, very fast, and make sure that anything that you need to work on for your inner child, it could be, someone told you no when you were little, someone told you not to speak, someone told you at work that, your what you had to say wasn't important or it wasn't the time. Make sure that you work on that and get your chakra opened up so that you can speak your truth. And then we have ancestral warmth. I'm not going to show you that card because the woman in the middle is naked, but there are two beings behind her. And she's working on her ancestral traumas, as I was saying before. So it all goes together. We've been talking about ancestral traumas. We're talking about the throat chakra and owning your voice. We're talking about doing the work. So it all keeps going and it's connected together. Can't make this stuff up, people. It's my dog. He's asleep right here next to me. So if I move around too much with the wheels, I could go over him. Come on. Embrace knowledge. Embrace the knowledge that your ancestors are sending to you. It could be in a dream, like I was telling you this morning. It could be in a meditation. It could be in anything. And you might think, oh, that's just a coincidence. There are no coincidences, only synchronicities. And the more you see them as a synchronicity, the more you will see them. When that movie started, and I'm not usually up at this time, it was 11:11. So take that for a coincidence. Not a coincidence, synchronicity. A movie I wasn't looking for, that I didn't queue up, started at 11:11 p.m. last night. Origins. Again, with the ancestors. Now, you may not know who your ancestors are. You may not know what your past lives are. Again, that's something that you can work on. You can sit in meditation. You can ask to speak to your ancestors. You can ask to speak with your past lives as well. And you can take it forward from there. If you need help with that, there are a lot of channelers that do that, and have classes as well that can help you learn how to do that. It's not something that I'm providing at this time. It's not something. I'm here to give the messages. I do healings, and I do personal readings, and I do deliver messages from deceased people. Even when I don't want to, even when I'm like out to dinner or something, people come up and they show up and it's like, Long Island medium. It's like, oh my God, you're not going to let me eat in peace. No, they don't. And I'm okay with that. They can come in as long as it's something that the other person is okay with, because not everyone is okay with it. Certainty. This is probably the third time we've gotten something like this. Self-assurance, certainty. Be certain in who you are and what you want and what you're working on. Have faith that things will turn out the way they're supposed to turn out. And don't be invested in the outcome. Don't be invested in, well, if that's going to happen, it'll probably happen XYZ way, or it could happen ABC way. Okay, don't worry about the outcome. I'm going to get what I need when I need it. How it happens is completely up to the universe, and I will accept it as it comes to me from the universe. And I will thank the universe, thank Source, thank Mother Earth, thank my entire team when that happens. Gratitude at all times. Let's get the Medicine Woman Oracle by Catherine Maillard. I love these cards as well. They're embossed in gold, and then they're different colors on the back, orange and green and red. Stories. I leave you the memory of healing tales. Again, with the ancestors. Your ancestors are knocking on the door, and I hit my head on the head chakra. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, help me out. I go on my head because this is where the information comes down through from source. They are waiting for you. They're knocking on the door. Hello, hello. Spirit of water, return to the source of the feminine for purification. So a lot of us do need to do spiritual baths. We do have to have, whether it's a shower that you do with whatever herbs and salts and things like that that you want to do, or if you want to sit in the bath, because I know sitting in the bath is a lot longer. You need to sit in it as hot as it can get and wait until it cools off completely to get out of it. So either way that you do it, start taking those spiritual baths as well. At sisterhood, initiate a new sister's adventure. That could be you and your sister, or that can be you and other like-minded feminine. And I say feminine because I don't want anyone to be butthurt because of, it's sisters, it's girls, it's feminine. Okay, that's it. You are going to find your people. You're like the like-minded individuals that see things the way you do, experience things the way you do. And let me tell you, that's a great thing. I love going at it alone. I'm a loner. I love being home. I can get home from work and be in my PJs in like less than 10 minutes. And if you call me to go out, I'm like, yes, too late. It takes too much work for me to get dressed again. But it's always great to have that sisterhood, to have people who aren't going to look at me like I have 20 heads, because I've had that happen. Winter, a time for turning inward. Rest in silence. So some of you might need to rest. I know I need to rest during the winter time. Again, remember, I did get the timing card that said autumn to spring. So something could be happening between autumn and spring, but winter, as always, is a time to sit in silence, to reflect. It's really cold outside. Here, we'll probably get that for a month. I don't know. Summer, a time for blooming. Celebrate your success. So two more timing cards. I've been getting autumn and spring. Now I have winter and I have summer. So something could be happening to some of you guys between autumn and spring. And something could be happening to some of you guys in the collective between winter and summer. I know. And no, I don't have dates. They will not, and I will not ask for dates as well, because things can change. You can change your mind. That person can change their mind. Things can happen. Ooh. 3 cards. Intuition. Intuition is the messenger of your destiny. Follow it. And I did have information channeled about our intuition twice. So we need to follow our intuition. Our intuition is never wrong. Now we have another timing card, autumn. So I was saying that before. I did keep getting autumn and spring prior to this, and now we have the autumn card as well. Lighten your load. Sacred ceremonies. Remind your soul of the sacredness of the world. Again, with the ceremonies. As you do the work and you move up, and you're in gratitude, and you're doing what you need to do to be in gratitude on a daily basis, make that something that's as easy as remembering to brush your teeth. I wake up in the morning, I have gratitude. As from the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to sleep at night, I'm doing something different. I have gratitude in the morning. I have those early morning prayers. I have the prayers at night and my gratitude at night. And I have all of the things that I do to cut those ties and return my energy back to me from the day. So this is something that we all should be doing, and it should just be as easy as brushing your teeth. You shouldn't be like, oh, I forgot to do this, now I have to get up and do it. Okay. And if I lost some of you already, oh well. Again, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. It's all right. Let's see. And they're telling me love. Or we're moving on to love. Yes, so they're telling me move on to love because of the twin flame connections that we're having. Again, not everyone is on a twin flame journey. Again, not everyone's twin flame is here on this planet. They could have reincarnated somewhere else. But for those of us that are on a twin flame journey and our twin flame is here on this planet, and we are working on and we are going to be getting together, this is for you. because not all twin flames are destined to be together. Apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. And remember, I did talk about this before. If you remember something that you did from a long time ago, apologize. If you can't get a hold of the person, energetically, you can speak to that person and say, look, I apologize. I don't need forgiveness from you. I'm not seeking that. I just want to apologize for you for XYZ, whatever it was that you did. Together, find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. Jeez Louise. And if you are already with your soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, good for you. And make sure that you enjoy being together. Make sure you take out time to be together. Don't turn into roommates. Nurture your relationship like blooming flowers so that they'll flourish. Always nurture the relationship. All right, this is a lot of cards. Divine timing. Trust in divine timing. Love arrives when it is meant to. I always say this to you guys. If that person's a hot mess, if you're a hot mess, no. Divine timing. Let that person do their work. You do your work. Relax. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. This is another one. Together and relax. Check it out. They both have the same message. And 2 cards fell down, which made my dog go away. Sacrifice. Love may come with sacrifices. Evaluate what you're giving up. And avoid settling for less than you deserve in love. I know why these 2 cards came up. So this is why. I was on my Instagram. I had to record my stuff this morning or 2 mornings ago. And I was going to record. Something came up on my feed and I was looking at it. And I was like, this makes no sense to me. It was an interview. It was these guys interviewing some women, and they were talking about settling, which you should never settle. I settled more than once, and I'm telling you right now, don't settle. And that's what they were talking about. They were talking about settling, and that there was this survey that was done that men said, if you could get the woman that you want with 80% of what you want, would you be okay with that? And according to the surveys, the men were like, yeah, I would be happy if it was only 80%. But with the women, they were like, no, I wouldn't be happy with 80%. And I mean, it got cut off at this part, which I thought was unfair because we didn't hear the rest of the information, where he said, oh, well, men will deal with 80%. Why can't you do the same thing? Then you can't complain if you're single. But it cut off there, and the women didn't get to speak and say what they were going to say. I'm sure the interview's a lot longer, but in that frame there, it just was in a bad light. And that's I think that's why this came up, settling and sacrifice. You have to understand that when a man settles for 80% of what they want in a woman, what they're really getting is about 120%. And let me say that again. When a man settles 70 to 80% what they want in a woman, what they're really getting from that woman is 120%. Because they're thinking they're settling, but in actuality, that woman is giving them everything that they need. They just think they're not getting everything. So they're settling for 80, but they're really getting 120. When a woman settles for 80%, what we're really getting is maybe 40%. And I'm going to say that again. When a woman settles, and we'll do the same thing, 80%, what they're really getting is 40%. I have experienced this, and I'm sure the women that were on that show have also experienced it. Now, am I upset with men because of that? No. Could care less. Am I unhappy that I'm alone? Absolutely not. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I have gratitude every day. I am beyond happy. I am beyond ecstatic. I mean, there's times when I'm out there outside and I'm smiling, I look like a crazy person. I really don't care. because I am just happy. Am I looking for a partner? No. Am I looking for a man? No. Am I looking for someone to come and take care of me and say, hey, I'll settle for you? Absolutely not. So we have to understand men, women, obviously different. Women are the nurturing. When you're in your divine and divine feminine, you are the nurturer. So you, at some point in the relationship, will become the mother of your husband. And if you have 2 kids, now you have 3. If you have 3 kids, now you have 4. And that's something that I think these interviewers didn't understand. There are a lot of men in their 3D timeline who believe that they should be nurtured, and that's okay. Because I'm a nurturing person. They need to be nurtured. You need to have patience with them. They need. But when are they looking at what does she need? What does my counterpart need? What does my wife need? What does this person need? Not a lot. There are a lot of men that think, well, I work and she's a stay-at-home mom, therefore I don't have to do anything else. Okay. I'm a stay-at-home mom, let's say. I take care of the house, I cook, I clean, I make sure that everyone is okay, I take all of the kids to school, I make sure that everybody's lunch is prepared. The kids and the husband. I have to make all of the appointments. I have to make sure that everybody gets to their practices on time. I have to make sure that I get everyone to their games on time. And if we have more than one kid, you might be carpooling. One might be carpooling with this person or that person. Now, the question I have is dad in the mix with that? A lot of times they're not. A lot of times they're out playing golf. Or they're doing things with the guys because it's like, I have a job and I need to decompress. Well, that's great. When does she get to decompress? Or they both work, right? But he makes more money than she does. And the reason why I'm going over these scenarios with you is because I've seen this. I've seen this happen to people. I've heard people say these things and tell me, why does he think this way? Okay? This is the only reason why I'm bringing it up. They both work. They both have great salaries, great jobs. He makes more money than she does. Therefore, my job is more important. And guys, you have to think about how you talk about your wife when you're out and about. Okay? Because if I'm at a restaurant and I hear you saying, and you're with your guys and you're like, oh, yeah, my wife this, that, she has a great job. Oh, but I make more money than she does. That tells me as a woman that your wife isn't really that important to you. I get home, I decompress, I do this, I play my video games, I do this, I do that. That tells me you're a man-child, because when you get home, there are still responsibilities at home, but the wife is the one that's taking care of all of the responsibilities. Now, there could be men where it's vice versa, where she comes home, she makes more money, so she's like, look, I'm more important than you. You take care of the responsibilities. You take care of the kids. You do this. So it's not just the men that do this to the women. There are women that do that to the men as well. And that is out of balance. That is not balance. If you both work, then whoever comes home first needs to handle the kids and start dinner. Clean the house. Your kids should know how to do this. Your kids should know how to cook and clean as well. As they're growing older, they should know how to do laundry, how to clean, how to pick up after themselves. And when my kids were growing up in my house was, you eat what's on the table. If you don't want what's on the table, you're not going to eat. Therefore, you need to learn how to cook. Because this is not a restaurant. And there's going to be people that aren't going to like what I'm saying. But if you are cooking 3 and 4 meals for the 4 people in your family, and you're complaining about it, then you're an enabler, because you're just complaining about it, sitting in your victimhood, where you can just make one meal and say, if you want it, it's here. If not, you go make yourself a sandwich. I'll tell you, my kids didn't eat one time. The next day, they ate everything that was on the table. The only one that was a hard head was my youngest. She held out for 3 days. And I was like, I guess you're not eating today. You're not eating dinner. I don't know what to tell you. She held out for 3 days and she gave up because she was like, yeah, mom's not, her older sister and brother were like, yeah, mom's not going to do that for you. Mom, you better eat what's on the table because mom's not going to cook for you. Or all my kids know how to cook because of that. Because as they got older, they knew that if I cooked and they didn't want to eat that, you're not going to eat. So you better learn how to cook. But I digress. I came up with this because of the whole thing about settling and sacrificing. And also what I see is are you sacrificing more than your partner? And that comes with the same thing of, I come home from work. You were already here for 2 hours. What did you do? Oh, you decompressed and played video games. Meanwhile, the kids have to do their homework. The kids, the baby's diaper needs to be changed. No one started dinner, or even you couldn't even order dinner before I got home. Now it's 7 o'clock and now I have to start doing everything. And again, this could be the guy that does this to the woman, or the woman that does this to the guy. Balance. Do not settle. When a man settles, they still get more than what they want. When a woman settles, they get half of what they think they're getting. And when they settle with the red flags, and they go and they just keep it because they think he's going to change. He's going to change. And this can happen vice versa. This can happen if the guy settles. There are women out there that are like, yeah, no, not my problem. But mostly I've seen this where it's the dynamic where the man is the man child and the woman now has turned into the mother because he can't do anything. Or refuses to do anything. I've even heard guys say, I do it when she asks me to do something, I do it wrong because that way she'll do it herself and she'll never ask me to do it again. How sad is that? This is the person that you supposedly love, that you supposedly want to spend the rest of your life with, the person that you're supposed to be protecting, and this is how you're treating that person. That's really sad. But again, like I said, this came up because of that Instagram thing that I saw where it just cut off and made it look like these women were wrong or were like, maybe they're gold diggers. I just thought that was wrong where it cut off. And I wish they had the full entire podcast to view. I'm not sure who it was that did it. But if you ever come across it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So don't settle. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone tells, whether you're a guy, whether you're a girl, don't settle. And at the same time, when you are together, remember, it doesn't matter who makes more money. It doesn't matter if you're working and she's stay at home or she's working and you're stay at home. Everybody needs to make sure that you are in a balanced relationship. Balanced. Regardless. Now, I do believe that if you're a stay-at-home mom, yes, it's your job to cook, to clean, and to do those things. Now, once your partner comes home, they should be helping you with the homework. They should be the ones that if you cooked, they clean up. They should be helping with bedtime. They should be helping with laundry and they should still be helping with cleaning, anything that needs to be done after the fact, because guess what? You live here too and you make a mess too. And that's the same with the kids. The kids should know how to do that stuff. So that's my 2 cents. That's where I just put that information in. If you like it, fine. If not, and I lose you, oh well. Like I said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I have a lot of information. And my team is just like, keep going, keep going, keep going. Friendship. This connection is based on friendship and it may never develop into romance. That's what I was saying. Your twin flame could be your best friend and you guys might never ever have a romantic relationship. And that's perfectly okay. Twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame, and it will guide you towards them. An adventure. Seek adventure together. It adds excitement in your journey. And I'm just going to take one more card from the Romance and Love Oracle. The X. Heal from the past and heal from the trauma that you went through. Gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. That's exactly what I was talking about. The ability to truly understand and balance one another and help one another. And charisma. Love flows to you and you radiate charisma and charm. Always remember, the love that you receive is the love that you have for yourself. So how do you love yourself? Think about that. Let's see. I'm going to do the yin and yang oracle. Is it? Nope. Clarifying life situations. Let's see. This is a lot of cards. They're smaller, but because there's so many cards, I can barely hold all of them. And actually, there are 2 yin and yang cards in here, so I'm pulling those 2 out. Thoughts and feeling trapped, overthinking, and distance, time out, retreat, blocked, emotional or physical distance. So your twin flame and you might be at a distance, and your twin flame might be overthinking things and might be stuck in their head. That, you know, you guys need to get out of that. You really do. Oh wow, there's 2 more. How did these get in here? And like right in the middle. Action, expand, growth, and pursue your passions, and clarity and truths. Again, with your throat chakra. You have to speak your truth. You have to speak to clarity. You have to speak your mind. Do not allow anyone to shut you up. You have heightened intuitions. Go with your intuition, because your intuition is not gonna send you the wrong way. On the men, be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. What are you saying to yourself? What is your self-talk? Are you telling yourself all negative things, or are you being positive? I'm always positive, no matter what. Sculpture of self. Shape the sculpture of yourself, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing your identity. That's the same thing that we've been talking about with moving up into the 5-dimensional or into the higher vibrations. You're reforming yourself. When you're reforming yourself, you need to change your self-talk. You have to say that you have to look in the mirror. I love you. You're beautiful. You're aging backwards. You're amazing. You're so smart. These are the things that you have to say. Be kind to yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, if you're not kind to yourself, if you're not positive for yourself, no one else is going to do that for you. You're going to get exactly what you say to yourself. And they're saying that after this, they want me to pull what I call my ghetto cards, and then that'll be the last thing. Trust yourself. This is all about you. Let your intuition, again, how many cards with intuition? This is probably the 7th or 8th time that we talk about intuition. Let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. We can't make this up. And November's gonna be a little nutty. So just remember to have faith in yourself, have faith in that everything is gonna be okay. Don't worry about the outcome. Release your burdens, have clarity, and let go of what no longer serves you. Yeah. So talking about the events that are coming up, there will be events that will hurt a lot of people. Do not stay and wallow in what's going on during this time. Move past it. Do your work and move past it. Soul whispers, look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. And gentle release. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysteries and currents. You have to go with the flow, excuse me. Because that's the only way you're going to get through this. Change is inevitable. You have been going through change from the day you were born. And this will be the last deck of cards they're telling me. I mean, they've done that before, and then they make me pull another deck of cards. All right. Let's see. Oh, do I take these at all? Okay. No, they're saying no. Okay. I was going to, but then they said no, do it again. Energy vampires. So you might be dealing with someone, and after you deal with that person, you might feel tired, low energy. This is an energetic vampire, someone who's ciphering your energy, and they could be doing it through their victimhood, through their lack mentality. You know, they come to you and throw all of their stories and burdens onto you, and then you're like, oh my God, you need to sleep for 2 or 3 days. So stay away from these people. Even if they're family, you need to stay away. And then we have the card of Aquarius. So I don't know if maybe someone is waiting for an Aquarius, or someone who's watching this is an Aquarius. But I think we're in the age of Aquarius, aren't we? I'm not a big astrology. I'll have to watch Pam Gregory tonight and see what she says. I think they were saying that we were, so I'm not. Are we? Now I have to look it up. Yeah, so some people say that the age of Aquarius has already begun, but they're not giving like complete insights. I suggest you watch Pam Gregory. She is a noted astrologer, and I put my money on her. I put others before you. So you could have been with someone that put others before you, and this could have been they put their friends before you, their job, other lovers, family. And if you are with a person who's like that, please get up and go the other way. This person will never, ever look at you as if you're that important. Commit to you. So someone is looking to commit to you. And you feel like home. So someone definitely is ready to commit to you and is saying that you feel like home. Remember, you might have more than one suitor. It could be a new person. It could be an old person. Maybe someone who was a friend. If you see that there are red flags, then this isn't the person that we're talking about. We have chemistry and attraction. Wow, this is all about love. Excuse me. Ay, Dios mío. I can't believe I screwed up. So somebody has screwed up. So it looks like there's two people here. The new person who's talking to you, and the old person who's like, I can't believe I fumbled you. And their ancestors are feeling the same way. Their ancestors are like, what a moron. It's like, how can you do what you did? How can you fumble? How can you fumble, a queen? How can you fumble this person? You will be the person that got away in their eyes, but you're not the person that got away. You're the person that ran. You are precious to me. And then we have Capricorn. So maybe it's a Capricorn. I don't know. Oh my God. Twin flame, 1111. Divine timing. Abuse, empathy, abuse, narcissist, lack of empathy. So that's the old person. So if you were going through this, I apologize, and I know how you feel. I am divinely protected. Yes, you are. Circle of increasing power. Trust yourself and trust in divine timing, and trust in the information that your team is trying to get to you. Karmic cycle completed. Close the chapter. You are healed. You're getting there, guys. You are doing the work, and I'm so proud of you. And you have to be proud of yourselves that you're getting to where you need to be, and I love you. Look at that. Someone is head over heels in love with you. Head over heels. No. You're saying, no, don't take those. These two, yes. Libra and summertime. So another timing card. Ay, Dios mío. Stay on your path. Have faith. Again, have faith. Stay on your path. Please, if you're doing the work and you're getting to where you need to go, don't have self-doubt. Don't let anyone tell you, psst, please. Yeah, okay, that's working for you. Yeah, it is. Or just don't even answer and walk away. That's the best answer you can give them. Love is precious. Travel, communication, forward movement. So some of you may be traveling. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Travel, journey again. And you are in my dreams. So someone is dreaming about you. Someone is thinking about you heavily. You might be traveling to meet this person. You might be traveling with this person. You might be traveling somewhere and all of a sudden, oh, hey, what are you doing here? So I kid you not. This is amazing. This is a wonderful reading. And I'm going to leave it here because it can't get any better than this. It cannot get better. How can it get better than this? You should say that to yourself on a daily basis. Because when you say, how can it get better than this? The universe says, I'm going to show you how it can get better than this every single time. All right. So guys, I love you. Happy Halloween. And if you're wearing costumes and you're going to have fun and you're going to go out, be careful, be safe. And remember that you are divinely loved and divinely protected. I love you. Mwah.